to 92. On Saturday, times of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm likely, especially in the afternoon, high 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
All right, thank you, Joe Lundberg. It is 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday morning to WOCA The Source here at the Paddock Mall, just outside of the food court. 77 degrees, warming up, not as quickly as some days, so maybe that overcast. Early this morning, there was a bit of a cover, and I guess it's still kind of covered, so the heat hasn't risen today as it sometimes does. All right, I don't know if you realize how close we are to the primary elections. We've had, here at the radio station, we've had a few candidates come in and talk to us about promoting their campaigns. And, of course, if you are a candidate, that's my suggestion is you promote your campaign. And there are a few ways to do that. WOCA has been, for as long as I've been a part of the station, offered equal free time to all candidates, and so this year the management, Joe Martone and Dan Martone specifically, have offered 10 minutes to come in for free to talk about your campaign. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, you come on in and sign up for it. Now, you're not limited to 10 minutes. It's simply that, and this is an FCC rule. This is the one thing that I try to express to anybody running for office is that, and we're not the only one that has to abide by it. If you're working with any broadcasting outlet, they all have to abide by the same thing. If you have an opponent who is getting free airtime on any channel, any TV, and it is per channel, not per show. So, for example, here at WOCA, if you get 10 minutes with us, that's your free 10 minutes. You don't get another 10 free minutes on any other show on WOCA. Mm-hmm. So if the afternoon crew, if they get a candidate in for 10 minutes for the freebie, then we can't have them for 10 minutes for free.
Right.
However, you can buy as much time as you want, and that's the way the FCC regulates us. Mm-hmm. So we're going by their rules. We come up with the time limit, and this year we came up with 10 minutes, only because, I'll tell you exactly why. Because in the past, when we gave 25 minutes, 15 more minutes than we do now, there was no way to have any more time. I mean, the whole day was taken up with these campaign requests.
Yes. So
the 10 minutes is a very smart move, and you can do a lot with 10 minutes, and you can buy more time, of course, and so there you go. That's just for the candidates. For the rest of us, for the voters, let's see, what do I have here? I want to tell you some things. First of all, let's talk about the dates, okay? The registration to vote deadline, if you are not registered to vote yet, that is July 28th. Today's July 10th. So if you're not registered to vote and you want to vote this year, mm-hmm. or at least in the primary, I think you might be able to register again for the November elections. But this year, if you want to vote in the primaries, you have till July 28th to do this. Mm-hmm. The actual primary election is, I think it's August 26th. Yes, it is. August 26th is the primary election. Mm-hmm. August 26th.
Now, when you said to register to vote, so this would probably be a great time then for people to call the supervisor of elections office to see if their name is still on the roster, because then they can fix it.
You might still be registered, yeah.
Yeah, because because sometimes names drop off, and if you're not on that roster and you think you are, when it comes time to vote, you won't be able to. So this would be a good time before July 28th, right?
Oh, yes. And that would be a shocker to me if I went to vote and found out my name was not on the roster.
Yeah.
Do you know what was a shocker to me one time? I went to vote and I found out that my precinct had changed.
Oh, yes.
I went to vote and they said, you're at the wrong place. And then they told me where my new place was. Mm-hmm. And not that it matters to anybody else, but I can't remember my new place now.
It's Tuscaloosa Park.
Is that where I went?
Yeah,
over there?
The building there where the Science Center is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's where I had to go. Yeah, to the Discovery Center. Yeah, I used to vote at the
Armory.
Yeah.
National Guard
Armory.
Yeah.
All right, so the early voting dates, that's the next thing I want to tell you about. August 16th is the first date of early voting. It's a Saturday. August 16th. The last day of early voting is August 23rd, which is the following Saturday. So if you want to participate in early voting, you have the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. The last date, if you're an candidate to accept contributions, campaign contributions, the last date is August 21st. So if you want to make a contribution to a candidate, the 21st is the last date. The actual primary election is not till the 26th. That's when you can go to your precincts and vote. The vote by mail ballots. Any qualified registered voter in Marion County is entitled to vote by mail ballot. The ballot may be requested in person through the website, which is votemarion.com, or you can phone them. Only the voter or a designated member of the voter's family may request a ballot to be mailed to them.
That's what I do every year because my precinct's way on top of the world area, and it's hard for me to get from here to there, so I do a mail-in vote every year. It's more convenient.
And it works. Well, you've got
It does. It works real well.
Got a different kind of schedule than most people too, because of the
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
But they send it right away. You and then you fill it out. You're responsible for your own postage, and you send it back to them. You're done.
The registration for the general election, to register to vote for the general election, is October 6th. So if you miss the registration for the primary, then you'll have till the 6th of October if you want to vote in the general election. Early voting for the general election. Now, I know this is a little bit off, but it's October 23rd through November 1st, and then the general election is November 4th.
That gives people plenty of time to round up rides for them to go vote, and there's no excuse for someone not to vote.
This is a big year. We've got, of course, the governor running, and Charlie Crist is the expected candidate, but that's going to be determined in the primaries.
That's right. Exactly.
Let's see, what else do I need to tell you here? The absentee ballot send deadline for the primary election. The absentee ballot send deadline is July 12th for the primary.
Oh, for them to send you the ballot.
For absent stateside and overseas uniformed and civilian voters, there's a 45-day deadline before the election. No, the absentee ballot send deadline is July 12th. That's what it says.
Oh, that's this Saturday.
Yeah, the absentee ballot send deadline.
Oh, so if you want to...
That's for the primary. That's for overseas. For domestic voters,
okay.
The absentee voter primary election send time is July 22nd through the 29th.
Oh, okay. So you got plenty of time. Call this week for your absentee ballot and, vote and get it back to them.
I don't want to give you some of the names. I do not have in front of me, nor would it be fair for me to tell you the positions of the different candidates, but I want to tell you who they are.
Okay, that's interesting.
In the Republican Party for governor, this is just for governor, obviously Rick Scott is the incumbent, but he does have some contenders. Let's see. Yinka Adesina is also wanting to be the next Republican governor of the state of Florida. Yinka Adesina is a pharmacist. That's all I know. And then Elizabeth Cuevas Nunder, Neunder. Elizabeth Cuevas Nunder is also a candidate for governor, declared anyway. Was a candidate in 1998. Is listed as a conservative activist. So Rick Scott is not alone in the primary. Rick Scott has some contenders in the primary.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Did not realize that.
Did not know that either.
Yeah.
And in the Democratic Party, Charlie Crist is, I guess, the one everybody says is probably going to be the shoo-in, but he's not alone either.
No.
Nan Rich. Nan Rich, minority leader for the Florida Senate, is also running. So in the primary, while Charlie Crist is currently in his news ads, in his campaign ads, really focusing on Governor Scott, the truth is his first opponent that he'll have to defeat is Nan Rich. I guess he assumes he's going to beat
The weather is
her.
brought to you by
And we'll be right back.
MyFWC.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine mixing with clouds today. A couple of thunderstorms around for the afternoon and evening hours. The high today 86 to 90. Then partly cloudy and warm overnight, low 70 to 74. Tomorrow, times of sun and clouds. Watch out for an afternoon or evening thunderstorm again, high 88 to 92. On Saturday, times of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm likely, especially in the afternoon, high 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Yeehaw! Howdy, folks. RL here to invite you to DQ. Dairy Queen is serving the crispiest, juiciest, most tasty chicken tenders, all beef chili dogs, and quarter-pound cheeseburgers on earth. And you get crispy fries, a drink, and an ice cream sundae of your choice for only $5. Remember, at DQ, you can lick their cones, but you can't beat their shakes. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Frederick's Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
News Talk 1370 WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need
too.
my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
All right, thank you. 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. I still got to get used to these 15-minute and 15 of and 15 after these breaks. I'll get used to it. All right, so what we're doing right now is we're talking about the elections, the upcoming elections, the primary dates, the early voting dates. Just to recap, the early voting dates are August 16th through August 23rd. This is for the primary elections. And that date, the primary election date, is August 26th. So you have the 16th through the 23rd for early voting and the 26th for the primary. And I just told you what was the date again for the mail-in for the primary?
This Saturday for the fellas
Overseas?
serving overseas, yeah. And then the 22nd, I think you said, of July for
All right.
domestic.
Now, during the break, you were asking if Bill Nelson was dropped out, because he was there was news a month or so ago that he was going to challenge, or was thinking about challenging Charlie Crist, and yes, he declined to submit his name.
Oh.
Senator Nelson declined, and in fact, there's a whole slew of them. So right now, the only two candidates in the primary in the Democratic Party for the governor. In the governor's race is Charlie Crist and Nan Rich. Farid Kavari withdrew his name. Farid is an economist and an author. And the list of declined include the mayor of Tampa, Bob Buckhorn, the former mayor of Miami, Manny Diaz, the mayor of Orlando, Buddy Dyer, the former minority leader of the Florida House of Representatives, Dan Gelber, the former mayor of Tampa, Pam Iorio, U.S. Senator Bill Nelson, State Senator Jeremy Ring, former Chief Financial Officer for Florida, Alex Sink, former chairman of the Florida Democratic Party, Rod Smith, and U.S. Representative and Chair of the Democratic National Committee, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. All of those declined to submit their names.
Wow.
Now, a little bit more local here. Kathy Bryant is county commissioner. She will continue to be because she was unopposed. So Kathy Bryant can breathe easy. She doesn't have to worry about the elections.
Oh, okay.
She was unopposed.
Okay.
Let's see. In district, and she's District 2. District 4 county commissioner looks like Glenn Fiorello, Christopher Tarner, and Carl Zalak will all be facing one another. In school board District 3, Bobby James, Jane Morley, Jim Touchton, and Ed Wilson are all vying for your votes. Mm-hmm. In District 4 of the Marion County School Board, Angie Boynton, Diane Schreier, Jamie Bevan, and Chase Basinger have all submitted their names. They're all candidates. In District 5, Ron Crawford and Kelly King are facing each other.
Gosh.
Let's see. Any other ones here? In the Marion Soil and Water Conservation District, it looks like most of these are NOP. Was that no opposing party? No official party? NOP?
I don't know what that's.
In the Silver Spring Shores Special Tax Advisory Council, there are 4 seats: Mary Black, Carlos Druitt, C.J. Hagan, and Stanley St. Louis. And I guess that's all. I think. Pretty sure. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry. You might want to tell them the dates and time when the supervisor of the elections office is open and the phone number.
Thank you. Good idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, Lenny. All right. Let's see. When are the? What is the address? First of all, let me tell you the website. I have complimented the supervisor of elections for quite a long time in their ability to make it easy for us in the media to do exactly what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
They have maintained a very, very open door policy for all of us, and this goes to the days before there was a thing called the internet.
Yes.
And once this thing called the internet came around, they jumped on board and have always been there for us. Dee Brown, the late great Dee Brown, and all of them. Wesley Wilcox, who has since taken over. They've all made it really easy for us, and whoever takes care of their website does a fabulous job. So go to their website, votemarion.com. And the actual address, do you happen to know?
No.
All right, here it is. It's 981 Northeast 16th Street. 981 Northeast 16th Street. Their phone number is 620-3290. And they are open from 8:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Now, that's the Supervisor of Elections office.
Yeah, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, yes. 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. So hopefully you got that. And if you didn't get it, and you can get on the internet, go to votemarion.com. That's where everything I'm telling you is where I'm getting it all from.
Right, and the Marion County Public Library System, they have a lot of computers there. If you don't have your own personal computer, go to the library. You can use it for free. And check it out.
And for those of you who are interested in the amount of money that has been raised, how much in-kind contributions, all of those figures are on here. I'd probably be kind of boring to read them all to you. I will just say that there are a few who have gigantic, big amounts of money compared to others. A great example, Kathy Bryant, who is unopposed, but she had $51,664.60 in contributions. Wow.
Gosh,
wow. Her other opponents, who are no longer opponents because they withdrew,
she sings too.
Or didn't qualify, she sings. And she's cute.
Yes.
I don't know if you like her politically, but I like her. $600 for, let's see, Samuel Matichak. $5 in contributions for Todd Robert Panzer, and $235 for Pamela Payton. Kathy, $51,000 plus. Wow.
Yeah.
Carl Zalak in that race, and he's up against Glenn Fiorello. Mm-hmm. And Christopher Tarner. I guess those are the three candidates: Zalak, Tarner, and Fiorello. And Zalac has raised $67,558.
Wow.
Glenn Fiorello has $16,125. And the other candidate, Christopher Tarner, there's no dollar amount listed. Oh, he's a write-in candidate. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's a write-in candidate.
Yeah, take advantage of the 10-minute freebie from WOCA and then purchase some 30-second spots.
You got $67,000.
That's right.
You better be buying some ads with that money.
Exactly.
Come and see Tish.
That's right. 30-second spots.
Or Joe or somebody here.
Yeah, best
well, I guess that's all I really wanted to tell you. So if you want to call in and make some comments on that. But I thought it was important to get out the information about the elections. First of all, just to remind you that it's closer than you think. It's August 26th for the primaries, August 26th. The early voting is August 16th through the 23rd. And thank you, Lenny, for making the point that we should mention the address and the phone number and all that.
And they'll probably have the issues, too, as it gets closer to the general election on their website also.
Oh, no, well, let me comment on that. The candidates themselves have the issues that they are interested in. You know, since we have a couple minutes here, what kind of questions would you ask them? What kind of issues do you hope that they cover? In fact, I did want to do that during this segment. But if you go to their... See, I didn't want to bring up their issues because they are the candidates. I want them to do that themselves.
Right, exactly.
I want them to answer those questions themselves. I didn't think it was fair to do that. If I just simply gave you the facts about when you can vote and who is running, then that would be helpful, I think. And also to kind of just nudge you a little bit into remembering that it's not as far away as you think. It's not, I mean, November is the general election, but the primary, which is super important,
very important,
is coming up. And the big one in this state anyway is the governor's race. And it'll be interesting to see who comes out. If I was going to bet, I would bet that the Governor Scott comes out on the Republican side and that Charlie Crist comes out on the Democrat side, but not necessarily. Maybe not. I mean, you never know. Nan Rich might pull through. You never. I mean, it's always amazing. Politics is kind of an interesting game.
It is very much so.
And then once after the primary, after August 26th, after those numbers are in, and we finally figure out who's going to be in the general election, that's when things get heated up. I mean, the race has already become somewhat muddy in the governor's race. None of the others have become muddy as far as I can tell. And how I know it is because in my email inbox, I get letters every day from Charlie Crist.
Yeah, me too.
Not to me. I mean, he sends them out to everybody.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
special.
me too.
Every single day I get a letter from Charlie Crist telling me how the governor has done something wrong.
Yeah.
And he's not aiming at his primary opponent right now. And by primary, I mean the primary election opponent. I guess his true primary opponent is the governor.
Yeah.
But he's got his mind made up that he wants to be the governor again, and as a matter of fact, the governor himself, I guess, issued a volley return or something.
Yes.
He hit the ball back, and he was saying that Chris didn't exactly disclose all of his financial numbers. And he left out his wife's financial numbers, and I guess that's an easy thing to do. If you make money, you give it to your wife. Yeah, put it away.
There you go.
Put the money away. I don't want anybody to know it.
That's right. Give it to her.
And if you want to drag in Hillary on this one, that's a fair game too. I mean, her numbers. That's an interesting story too.
Yeah, she won't answer the questions.
Do you know when I used to play colleges as a musician? I used to tour, and I would get $300 maybe. I would ask for $850, but typically I would end up getting $300. But the people, like the politicians who were speaking, they didn't have to be that famous. I mean, they were literally getting, and this was in the late 70s, $11,000.
Gosh.
I think Hillary's getting, $100,000 now to speak?
Yeah. Exactly.
But she gives it all to the foundation.
Her foundation.
The Clinton Foundation.
That's right. That's where it goes.
Well, I'm going to give mine to the Whitler Foundation.
There you go.
The Larry Whitler Foundation. For better health and prosperity. I'll give it a nice name. All right, we'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages.